Charlie Hofheimer, and I'm going to ask a bold question today. Does every man lie, cheat, or steal during a divorce? Now the question is that a harsh indictment or an unspoken truth? You know, I was doing a seminar on what every woman should know about divorce, and I made a statement, and it was, every man lies, cheats, or steals in a divorce. And it was made partly in truth and partly in jest, quite frankly, because no, not every single man lies, cheats, or steals in a divorce, but many do. And when I made that statement in the seminar, a woman in the back of the seminar stood up and she was outraged that I would imply that her husband would lie, cheat, or steal. And she literally stalked out of the seminar. And she was an older woman. She was, closer to my age than probably yours. And she came to see me 8 months later because her husband had gotten her to sign an agreement and had put waiver language in the agreement that basically said that any property not covered by this agreement shall remain to be owned by the person whose name that property is in. And interestingly enough, the family's business was in his name, and he really did a number on her. And so she came to me to undo the number that he had done. And my point of it is that, I'm not talking about necessarily outrageous lying or outrageous cheating or outrageous stealing, but the little white lies or even the little spinning the story. It's not necessarily a big lie, but I use custody cases where I often see in a custody case where dad's asserting himself by asking custody, oftentimes more as a negotiating tool than truly an interest of his. But they'll often claim far more involvement with the children than in reality they had. And so that's one example of kind of spinning the story. Secondly is having to do with with money and cheating about money. I've seen, for instance, in real estate where a husband gives the transaction to the partner sitting by him during the divorce, and that person takes credit for the sale, gets the commission, and then takes maybe 5 or 10% of it and pays it over to the husband in cash so it won't be reflected anywhere for purposes of records, and therefore he won't have to use that income in the determination of what child support and spousal support might be. I've also seen just outright stealing where husbands come in after a court order and take items and claiming that they were not there. Or you see them taking money and hiding it in other states. Or you find out that they had been putting money aside in an account in another state or over the internet so that their wife couldn't find it. So you have to be ever vigilant in this business. And if you're going through a divorce, it's really important that you take notice of where your husband visits on the internet, if you have a common computer and you're not violating any of the computer laws. Also, you need to look at the mail that's coming in regarding any statements. Now, obviously, if he has a business, the odds are that his mail is going to his business that he doesn't want you to know about. So, be careful. Your husband could be lying to you. He could be stealing from you, and he could be cheating you. And you need to be ever vigilant once you know that divorce is on the horizon or once you're in the middle of a divorce. I don't really like saying things that are this outrageous, but somebody has to say them because the truth is always better than keeping things cloaked behind the shadows of a curtain. And so in this case, be vigilant. Thank you.